Hello everyone and welcome back. It's Figure Friday, so we have some interesting figures to go through today. First of all, we're going to start off with Jaxxon. Looking at Wikipedia, so we're going to kind of cover who Jaxxon is, because to me it's just an interesting character. Now, I've never really seen Jaxxon, being honest, because I've said this before, I really didn't get a lot of the comic books. So I think he comes more out of the comic book series of the Star Wars universe. And this is a 50th Lucasfilm limited edition. So Jaxxon was a quick-witted Leppy smuggler from Cochelle Prime, the most rambunctious of his family's 13 children. He left his homeworld at the early age after stealing an unprotected freighter. He made his way to Nal Shaddaa, where he began to perform odd jobs, quickly becoming familiar with the important elements of fringe culture. After a short stint as a mercenary, he decided to try his hand at smuggling and bought the WUD-500 star yacht, Christian the Rabbit's Foot. However, the starship was fraught with mechanical problems, and he was forced to land at a shady spaceport of Abuda, something like that, 3. Needing to acquire funds in order to make repairs, he accepted a job from Han Solo and became part of the Starhoppers of Abuda 3, a mercenary force tasked with defending the small village of Ankora. After protecting the community from Cloud Raiders, the group was forced to fight off the behemoth from the world below. Due to Solo's efforts, the giant monster was killed, and Jaxxon was able to get the money needed to repair his ship. Okay, so that's where we start getting him, and he has helped Han Solo many times throughout his adventures. So, that's a good start of who he is. There is a lot more here, and it goes on for quite a while. So if you're really interested into the actual further backstory and adventures of Jaxxon, it is there on Wikipedia. An interesting character nonetheless. And to me, it's kind of a bunny character. So just being silly and all that. Looking at how he's actually portrayed here, and I'll see if I can't do this a little bit better. Drop this down a little bit. Alright. So, we do have a little reading here. Jaxxon is nearly 6 feet tall, green-furred Leppy smuggler and captain of the Rabbit's Foot, known for his wisecracks and high kicks. Jaxxon has helped Han Solo and Chewbacca out on more than one occasion. So, and of course we have it in all the other languages here. So, looking at him as a figure compared to him as a, of course, animated character, it's a little bit different, but not too bad. So, he does look like he's got a couple DL-44s. Similar to Han, except he does not seem to have any actual sights or any extra sights on there or whatever. So it's kind of a nice setup how they have it. It's kind of booked, kind of cardboard box that he's in, and we will get him out of here if I can figure out exactly how to get this open. And I think we're going to use our handy dandy trusty little pocket knife, because I think that's what's holding everything up. Yep. That's the one. Okay. So like I said, much as the same reason why I like droids. They're kind of unique characters. Jaxxon looks the same way to me. So, again, if you can come up with an idea and you have a justification for it, as I make all the sound in the world here, having a different kind of character, in this case, a green-furred kind of bunny character. So maybe at some point we'll have to have green-furred bunny girls running around or something. But either way, I'm just having a dickens of a time getting them to want to stand. Alright, he does better with a wider foot stance than a narrower one. Now we got him going. Okay. Apparently I got him articulated just right to do it. Okay, so he has some nice print on him. It looks pretty good. It's a standard kind of jumpsuit that we typically see for a lot of pilots. And he's got the dual holsters for the dual blasters. And we go from there. So we do have our standard ankle joint. So that looks pretty good. He's got the double knee, so he can kind of really bend his foot back. So it works pretty good where they're saying, you know, high kicks. He can do that, which is wonderful for, you know, all those that are trying to put him into a certain place for needing the extra articulation. You've got it. His hands, he does have the joint back here. I do see that, so I don't know how well you can see that. So he can move his wrist back. So if he's trying to, you know, move the stick shift or other controls. The lower arm does pivot. Actually, it's pivoting right there at the elbow. So, and it looks like he's only got a single elbow. So you're not going to have the extra maneuvering there. Of course, with his hand being able to articulate the wrist and all that, if we had a carrot or something for him to munch on, some celery. Actually, I think I might. It's one of the figures I have yet to show you guys. It's one that's already been unboxed or whatever. It's an anime figure, so I think I do have like some celery. So for those that understand what character that might be. Alright, so he does have some articulation here. His vest is keeping him from really being able to do sit-ups, you know, really well. But if you needed him to, he can kind of articulate a little bit back and forth there. That does work out. And looking underneath his vest here, I don't see that second joint here. Now maybe I'm wrong. Yeah, it doesn't look like he's got the second joint. So he's only got a standard shoulder, not that extra articulated shoulder. So it's a little limiting, but you know, he's an interesting looking figure. The head, oh, now he broke it free. All right. Oh my. Okay, so his head looks like, you know, it doesn't really go forward all that much, but I mean, to be able to put it side to side, you can look kind of, if he wants to tilt his head around, like, wait a minute, something doesn't seem right here, kind of looks. So that looks pretty good. Nice, interesting character. Having a little reading of who he is for those of us that aren't overly familiar. Like I said, it looks like Hans DL44. Get that nice and close for you guys. Just doesn't have the extra sight there. So, but fits nicely into the holster. And then we're going to put one into his hand here, so he's all ready for action. Let's see how well I do. Okay. Pushes in without too much of a problem. The weapon itself, I mean, it's a thinner plastic and it is a little on the rubbery side. Not that bad. Wonder what my rabbits will think seeing a rabbit character. So, interesting character. Looks nice. So, another good addition to the collection. We just need to get the shelves up so we can actually really have them up there. And I think we'll have to try and order some plates, because unfortunately this is another one of those that just does not come with a standing plate. So as far as trying to have them on a stand or whatever, he just does not come with one. Not saying that we don't have others, but if I start standing them all up, or if that's something that you're thinking of, you're just going to have a harder time. Although he does have this nice box, so if you decide to put him back into the box, that would make some sense. But you know, everybody's going to collect their own ways, and it would be nice if we actually had the stand there. So, nice figure, looks good. I think it's alright. So, as always, thanks for visiting. Hope you have a wonderful day, and we'll see you in the next video.